What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Evan and I make videos about hot stocks, dividends, and options. So if that interests you guys, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss when I upload. Now in today's video, we're going to go over why NIO is up so much today and whether there's still a buy around this $53 to $55 area. And we're also going to cover a few things on why NIO could continue rising despite them being up so much today and so much in the past few weeks. But before we jump into it, if you guys wouldn't mind going down and hitting the like button, it really does help out the channel and it lets me know that you guys are enjoying these NIO updates every weekday. So if you guys wouldn't mind hitting the like button, it'll really help out the channel. But looking at NIO today, they're up almost 9% on the day, and they've had pretty consistent growth for most of the trading day today. And there hasn't really been a lot of news coming out in the past few days for NIO, so there's not a super good reason as to why NIO is up so much, but we're going to go over the few reasons why they're up. But looking at the 1 week chart, NIO is up almost 13% on the week, and they were pretty flat for most of the week, and then you can see the last couple days they kind of started going back up. Now comparing NIO to the overall market isn't really up too much today, at least nowhere near where NIO is up, because NIO being up almost 9% and the market is only up 0.4% today. SPY was up almost 1% at the beginning of the trading day, and then they kind of pulled back down, and now they're kind of leveling off around this 0.3 to 0.4% area. And looking at the 1 week chart, SPY is actually down almost 1%. They were flat for the beginning of last week, and then towards the end of the week they pulled back, and then they were flat throughout the rest of last week. And now you can see they're pretty much maintaining that same trend as last week. You can see in the last few days they've been pretty flat. There hasn't been much up and downs. And so with SPY really not going up too much, it's kind of surprising to see NIO going up so much. Now we know that NIO is greatly affected by other EV stocks, especially Tesla. And although Tesla is up today as well, I don't think that's really the reason why NIO is continuing to go up, despite there not being a lot of news coming out for NIO. But now to kind of get into why NIO is up today, and it's actually due to last week's price predictions, at least that's what a lot of people are figuring. Because other than those price predictions that came out, there's really not been too much news about NIO in the last few days. Even last week there wasn't too much besides these price predictions. Now, as of 10:30 this morning, shares were up 4.2% from Friday's closing price, but you can see when I showed you they're up almost 9%, so they've continued going up pretty much all day. And the news that's been pushing up NIO's share price was due to these price forecasts. At least this is probably the most likely reason why NIO is continuing to go up today. Now, they could also still be affected by their third quarter results for their earnings. We know that their loss per share was right around 14 cents, which was a lot less than Wall Street's consensus estimate, and their gross margin expanded by almost 13% thanks to their positive trends on both their costs and their pricing of their vehicles. So their earnings could still be pushing up the price. We know right when earnings came out, that trading day, we saw NIO's share price continue going up, anticipating earnings, and then as soon as the market closed, we saw NIO drop by quite a bit. So I think now we're actually seeing the positivity of NIO's earnings, and we're actually seeing people respond like we expected them to. Now we've seen in the past NIO's dropped down because of earnings, and after earnings actually did come out, NIO traded pretty flat, so it wasn't terrible for NIO. But I think a lot of people actually expected NIO to go up, and they didn't expect them to trade flat or go down. Now for those price forecasts that came out, if you guys didn't know, both Citi and JP Morgan upgraded their price forecasts both to $50 and beyond. And there was actually another price forecast from Credit Suisse that was at $60, and that's been the first $60 price forecast we've had. And so I think when that $60 price forecast came out, which was just a couple days ago, I think that's one of the big reasons that's helping push NIO up. Because we already knew about Citi and JP Morgan's price forecasts, which I believe were at $54 and $50. And so to see a $60 price target, I think that got a lot of investors excited for the future of NIO. And another thing that could be a positive catalyst for today's trading is Citi's analyst Jeff Chung, and he said that he thinks NIO could deliver 100,000 vehicles next year in the year of 2021. Now, he's not the only one saying this. We've had the CEO of NIO say a very similar number. And if they can actually increase their capacity like they're expecting to, where they want to go from a current capacity of 5,000 per month up to 7,500 in January, Well, that 7,500 per month, if NIO was able to actually hit those numbers and hit that capacity, that would be equivalent to 90,000 deliveries next year. But you also have to figure NIO is probably going to increase that capacity. If not month after month, they're going to increase it each quarter. And so we should see 100,000 deliveries next year. Now, right now on a run rate, NIO is delivering somewhere around 60,000. And so that takes into account how many vehicles NIO is delivering right now and expands that out across 1 year. So at a current run rate of 60,000 and to increase that to 100,000 next year, I think that's really good for NIO going forward. Now, another possible catalyst that people could be considering and something that could be pushing up the price of NIO is that they actually revealed another sedan that they're going to be releasing in 2021. Now, this vehicle here in this picture is the first sedan I believe that they were going to release. And this was going to be officially announced on NIO Day, which is in January. Now it says here that this is the ET7 model, but some people are saying it's the EE model, so I'm not sure officially what it's named, but this is the first vehicle that was released in their sedan lineup. And so now we're going to be expecting a second vehicle in 2021. And the reason NIO wants to release a second sedan is to kind of keep up with Tesla, because right now Tesla is the top dog in China. And NIO needs to come up with more ways to catch up to Tesla and overtake them hopefully in the future. Because if you guys didn't know, Tesla actually reduced their Tesla Model Y price, and NIO doesn't really have that luxury. They don't have the option to reduce their price of their vehicles because they aren't profitable yet. If they were in the profits, maybe they could reduce their prices slightly and become more competitive. But right now, Tesla has the lowest priced vehicles. And sure, some people would say that NIO vehicles are more luxurious and that people would buy them over Tesla vehicles, but you can't argue with the numbers that Tesla has the lowest priced vehicles, and NIO can't really do anything about that in terms of reducing their costs. So their answer is to produce a new sedan to keep themselves competitive with Tesla. And the last thing that's possibly still helping improve the share price of NIO today is that the CFO said that auto investors should expect NIO to deliver between 16,500 and 17,000 vehicles in the fourth quarter of 2020. And this would generate a revenue of between 922 million and 948 million. So to go from just over 12,000 in Q3 up to around 17,000 deliveries, that would be a very big improvement, almost a 50% improvement on deliveries. And we should see the share price of NIO go up because of that. Now, NIO doesn't always make sense. Sometimes they go up when good news comes out and sometimes they go down. But most of the time when good news comes out, NIO does go up. Now, they traded pretty flat through Q3 earnings, but with these expected deliveries, and if they can hit these numbers, they should go up for Q4 earnings. And their third quarter revenue was just around 667 million on just over 12,000 deliveries. And it says that while NIO isn't exactly cheap at their current levels, there's good reason to believe that their company is still in the early stages of their long-term growth. Now, I think this is definitely something a lot of people can agree on, because a lot of people investing in NIO are looking at them long-term. Investors buying NIO aren't just swing trading and day trading, they're holding for the long term, 5, 10, and 20 years. Some people are maybe even planning on holding longer than that. So even if right now NIO is overpriced, according to their market cap and their earnings and their outstanding shares and everything like that, investors are going to pay what they expect NIO to be worth and what they think NIO is worth right now. So if there's a price forecast put out, like that short seller a little while ago that said NIO is worth $25, we saw NIO drop because of that. But then we saw NIO recover pretty much the next day and they were back to where they were trading at a couple days previously. So NIO isn't really going to drop too much, because even when a very well-known short seller shorts the price of NIO and says that they're basically worth half of what they're trading for, NIO isn't affected too greatly. So this should kind of give a lot of investors hope for the future and where NIO can go in the future in terms of their share price. Now sure, we'll see dips and we'll see pullbacks from NIO, but long term they're going to be worth way beyond what they're trading for right now, especially considering what they have in store for the future and considering that they're going to be expanding globally. Now right now they're just in China, but if they can expand all across Asia and into Europe and then eventually into North America, you can only imagine what the share price of NIO is going to be, because Tesla is all across the world. And right now, the market cap of NIO versus Tesla, NIO is worth right around 1/8 to 1/10 of the price of Tesla. So if NIO is able to expand across the globe like Tesla, I think it's really going to be a big competition between the two companies. And if you guys didn't know, NIO recently actually passed GM in terms of what the company is worth. I think NIO is worth somewhere around 60 billion or so, and GM was worth somewhere between 53 and 55 billion. So to see NIO passing big companies like GM, and they're not producing nearly the vehicles that GM is producing, it just shows you how much potential is really in the EV sector and what people are expecting from the EV market in the future. I think a lot of people are expecting electric vehicles to be the vehicles of the future, and they think that those are going to be the only vehicles on the road pretty soon. And I think this is going to be the case as well. I don't know if it's going to happen super soon, but we know that China wants to get rid of gas-powered vehicles by 2035, so that would be in the next 15 years. And so at least in China, we would see pretty much all electric vehicles on the road, and I wouldn't be surprised to see other continents and other countries doing that as well. And if that were the case, we're going to see the entire EV market shoot up pretty much exponentially, and they're probably going to be worth 10 to 20x of what they're trading at right now in the next 10 to 20 years. So definitely something to keep in mind when you're looking at these EV stocks. They're more of a long-term play than just a swing or a day trade. But now for those of you who made it this far into the video, let me know what your guys' favorite EV stock is. I would assume most of you guys are going to say NIO, but if you guys have a favorite stock like Tesla or Li Auto or Xpeng, let me know what your guys' favorite is down in the comments. Even if it is NIO, let me know down in the comments. Lastly, if you guys haven't signed up for Webull, make sure you guys sign up using the link in the description. When you sign up and deposit $100, you'll get 3 free stocks. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like because it really does help out the channel. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you back here in the next one. Bye.